Hello there, this is Gary Turner, founder of Hexo Change, back with this week's blog, which is called The Ferocious Love of Nature. As shared with the other blog, my first blog on the Hexo Change Now website, what I'm looking to do is actually try and increase the accessibility of my writing by recording a voiceover of the blog that I wrote during the previous week. And also hopefully this will help as it can sit on YouTube and other media sources as well. So let's get into it. So what we're going to talk about today is the ferocious love of nature. So, could the wildfires, the typhoons, the freak flooding, the hurricanes and more that are bashing planet Earth at increasing rates be an act of ferocious love from Mother Nature? I write this blog from an absolute position of privilege. I know that. Sitting in the UK, the National Health Service covering the costs of the majority of my healthcare, considering also, just to add, that they helped me amazingly with my testicular cancer surgery just as the pandemic hit. Food delivered to within 1 kilometre of my house most days, running water without any fears. Yes, I had a very near miss with the flash floods hitting the UK during July 2021, but my life is so uber privileged compared to 95% of the rest of the world's population. I must use this privilege that I have to hold space for a new type of dialogue. Yet, when it comes to nature's ferocious love, we are all, every single one of us, as COVID has shown, equally vulnerable. Yes, we have different sized boats to navigate those stormy seas, but we are all impacted concurrently as these events become more common. A real reminder to our deep interconnectivity and interdependence. Something my friend and personal inspiration Cornell Thomas shared with me during our recent Activating Consciousness podcast was that the world is a complex place because humans have made it complex. The animals have figured it out. You take us off the planet and nature takes care of itself. Very, very profound statement. And do you remember seeing those pictures of Beijing and China when the clear skies within a matter of weeks after the world was shut down due to COVID? Do you remember how you felt as you didn't have to commute every day to your place of work? There was and still is a lot of pain too. I appreciate that. But considering the relative privilege that I know many in the West hold, what lessons is nature's ferocious love teaching us? I believe it's a message to remember our connections to ourselves, our connection to others, especially those in regions of the world where much of the produce, raw materials, and manufactured products are extracted from, the voices and experiences of those often unheard, and a connection to the systems at large. For too long, all of the above have been taught, sold, communicated as separate topics, yet they are deeply connected and interwoven. And this reminds me of another amazing statement that Cornell shared, which is, we feel the same. Your thoughts change every millisecond. Feeling has a lot more impact and power than thought. And that is why I do what I do. That's why I'm bringing Hexo Change to the world. The ferocious love of nature, I feel, is an invitation to feel, to get out of our heads and to embrace the power and energy that comes from feeling within. I wrote some time ago that feelings are just like data points as to where our thinking is, but actually it's the other way around, I now reflect. Thinking I feel today is our best attempt at retrofitting those feelings into words. Language that is so primitive when compared to our innate heart intelligence. And you can find out more about this with Heart's Math. And there's a link below here. If you go to my website, hexochangenow.com, you can click through to any of these hyperlinks. I assert and know from my own journey over the last 7 years that without doing the inner work individually, truly feeling and sensing into our own lived experience, we cannot offer our fullest, brightest, most impactful versions of ourselves to the world. I am not anti-logic and I'm not anti-IQ. We need head and heart. Yet we have to acknowledge and now do the work to connect the two. Our survival as a species depends on it. Those raw feelings need to be better understood. It is nature's intelligence inviting us to reimagine differently. And I'm here with Hexo Change and a global network to support you on that journey of sensing if you feel moved, whether you're an individual or leading teams. We are all part of nature, which means we're all contributing to these events, and we all collectively have the power to turn them around. It may seem strange and a tad scary, when we start sensing into these interconnections in a more systemic way. But it seems to me that now is the time to truly embrace nature's ferocious love. And that means bravely connecting to ourselves as a priority, with grace, self-compassion, and a lot of fun as well as we go. You can set up a discovery call with me, again with the hyperlink through my website. If you're curious to explore, we may be a good fit to work together and to get regular updates on events, new live stream shows, podcasts, blogs, and other content that I'm offering. Please do subscribe on this website, hexochangenow.com, with your email, and you'll get a weekly digest direct to your email. My name's Gary Turner. Again, I'm the founder of Hexo Change, and I really, really hope you find this blog insightful, helpful. I'd love to engage with you. Do join me in my community by signing up and subscribing. And until next time, have a wonderful, safe, and enjoyable day. Being curious. Take care for now.